Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're talking Careem fees, specifically for restaurants in 2024.
All right.
We've got a ton of info to unpack, so let's jump right in.
Okay.
Our main source is Careem fees and commissions for restaurants, detailed 2024 guide.
Okay.
It's from the Restaurant Success blog over at Menuviel.
Sounds good.
So by the end of this, you'll be a Careem fees guru.
Okay.
You'll know how they work,
Yeah.
what makes them go up and down, and most importantly,
Right.
how you can keep more of your profits when you're working with Careem.
All right. Let's do it.
So Careem,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting how they started with ride hailing, but now they've really taken over this food delivery world
Yeah. Careem and Adobe.
with Careem and Menuviel,
Right.
which is great for restaurants.
Huge customer base.
Instant access to all these customers who are already using the app,
Exactly. You're already using the platform.
ordering rides and all sorts of things.
Yeah. Just familiar with it, comfortable with it.
It's like a built-in marketing machine.
You got it.
But of course, we got to look at the details.
Yeah.
What's the cost of all this convenience?
Right. We've got to understand those fees.
Right.
So the core of it is their commission structure.
Okay.
Typically falls between 15% and 30% of each order value.
Of the order value. Okay. But
Right.
there's more to it.
It's not quite as simple as it sounds.
I knew it.
Right.
There's always more to the story.
Yeah.
Let's peel back those layers.
All right. Let's get into it.
What else is going on?
So you have your fixed fees,
Okay.
like account setup,
Yeah.
maybe monthly maintenance fees.
Okay.
Not every restaurant has those.
Oh, so it depends.
Depends on their agreement with Careem.
Gotcha.
Then there are variable fees,
Variable fees.
which are much more common.
All right.
That's where the commissions come in.
The commissions. Okay.
And the delivery charge,
Oh, right. Those can change too.
right, depending on distance, time of day, things
Okay.
like that.
Oh, so it's not just a flat percentage all the time.
Nope.
So the commissions can change.
Yeah.
What makes them go up or down?
Lots of factors.
Fill me in.
Menu pricing can play a role.
Menu pricing.
Sometimes higher priced dishes can actually have a lower commission.
Really?
Then there's your order volume.
Order volume.
The more orders you're pushing through Careem,
Yeah.
the more negotiating power you have.
I see.
You can potentially get a better rate.
So if you're busy,
Exactly.
you might be able to get a better deal with Careem.
Leverage that volume.
Interesting.
And even things like delivery distance.
Delivery distance. How does that work?
Longer distances could mean higher fees for the restaurant.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Wow. So there's a lot to think about.
There is.
So those popular high-volume restaurants, they're not just winning the popularity contest.
Nope.
They're in a better position to negotiate
They are.
and get those sweet deals with Careem.
Absolutely. We've seen restaurants successfully negotiate lower commission rates just by showcasing their order volume.
Wow.
Showing Careem, hey, we're bringing you consistent business.
Ooh, at all these orders.
Exactly. Some have even managed to get special marketing packages thrown in.
That's part of the deal.
Yeah, it's all about knowing your worth.
And asking for it.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Love it.
Mm,
All right. So
yeah.
let's get down to brass tacks.
Numbers.
What are the actual commission rates we're looking at in 2024?
Still that 15% to 30% range we talked about.
Okay.
But here's a little tidbit. Those premium services,
Like what?
like offering express delivery,
Oh, yeah.
those might bump you up into a higher commission bracket.
Interesting.
Like those VIP perks, you pay a little extra.
It's all about weighing the cost and the benefit.
It is.
But before we get too attached to Careem, how do their fees compare to other platforms?
Right. Good question.
We got to shop around.
Oh, do. Careem is definitely competitive. We're seeing Talabat typically sit between 15% to 25%.
Okay.
Zomato, more around 20% to 25%. And Deliveroo, often topping 25% or even higher.
Wow. Okay. So don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shop around.
Compare those rates.
See what works best for you.
See which platform fits your goals.
Your business goals, yeah.
All right. But I have a feeling there's more to this story.
What is it?
What about those sneaky hidden fees?
Ah, the hidden costs.
Spill the tea.
Okay, so
What are we dealing with?
aside from the standard commission, you might be dealing with delivery fees,
Okay.
which can sometimes be passed back to the restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, then there are marketing fees.
Marketing
If
fees.
you're running campaigns or promotions on the platform.
Right.
And of course, those unavoidable payment processing fees,
Everyone's favorite.
usually around 1.5% to 3% of each transaction.
Okay, so that's on top of the commission.
It is.
Wait, there's more.
The really tricky ones.
Okay, tell me everything.
Are those sneaky fees that can easily go unnoticed?
Oh, no.
Unless you're really paying attention.
Give me an example.
Think cancellation fees.
Cancellation fees.
Customer cancels their order.
Yeah.
No big deal. Right?
Happens all the time.
Wrong. Often the restaurant still gets hit with a fee.
Even if the customer canceled.
Even if the customer canceled.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I had no idea.
And then you've got high demand surcharges.
Yeah.
Those price hikes during peak times.
Everyone's trying to order at once.
Exactly. And even potential service or maintenance fees.
Service or maintenance fees for what?
If you're using some of Careem's more advanced features.
Like what kinds of features?
Maybe some advanced analytics or reporting tools.
Oh, so there are all these little extras?
It can be like a game of whack-a-mole.
You knock one fee down and another one pops up.
You got it.
So how do we avoid getting caught in this fee frenzy?
Great question. The key is to be proactive and strategic.
Okay, I'm ready.
First things first, scrutinize those invoices.
Scrutinize.
Look for any charges that seem out of place.
Okay.
Don't hesitate to reach out to Careem for clarification.
So basically be a detective.
Yeah, be your own financial watchdog.
Got it. What about those sneaky cancellation fees?
Cancellation fees are any way to outsmart those?
One trick is to delay prepping the order.
Delay prepping.
Until the driver has actually accepted and is en route.
So wait till the last minute.
Basically, yeah, it minimizes the risk of wasting ingredients and labor if that customer cancels last minute.
Brilliant. That's such a good tip.
It's a small change, but can save you a lot of hassle and money.
Okay, that makes sense. What about those high demand surcharges?
Those are a little tougher.
Yeah, everyone's ordering.
But there are ways to minimize their impact.
Okay.
If you have some wiggle room in your operations.
Like what?
Consider tweaking your delivery availability during those peak times.
Okay.
Maybe shorten your delivery window, or even consider closing down delivery altogether during those super busy hours. I see. So just don't offer delivery during the rush.
If you can.
If you can.
Yeah.
But what about those restaurants that rely heavily on delivery?
Right.
Especially during those peak times.
Right.
Closing down isn't an option.
True. In those cases, you might need to get a little creative with your pricing.
Pricing, okay.
Consider slightly increasing your prices during those high demand periods.
To help offset the surcharge.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance.
I bet.
But sometimes a small price adjustment can make a big difference in protecting your margins.
Right. So you're not losing money.
You're staying ahead of the game.
So we've uncovered all these hidden costs.
We have.
But now I want to know.
Yeah.
How can restaurants actually boost their profits with Careem?
Good question.
Is it even possible with all these fees?
Absolutely. It's all about strategy.
Absolutely. I love a good strategy.
Remember those high-volume restaurants?
The popular ones.
They're in a great position when it comes to negotiations.
They have all the power.
Pretty much.
But what about smaller restaurants? Or those that are just starting out?
Good point.
Any tips for them?
One of the most powerful tools you have is menu pricing.
Menu pricing, okay.
If you're doing delivery exclusively through Careem,
yeah,
think about slightly raising prices on those items compared to what you charge in-house.
Oh, interesting.
It helps absorb those commission costs without impacting your dine-in customers.
So it's like a hidden price increase?
You could say that.
Just for delivery?
Exactly.
Smart.
And bundles are your best friend.
Bundles. Oh, yeah.
Create attractive meal deals.
People love a good deal.
They do.
And it encourages larger orders.
Exactly. And that spreads those commission costs across a higher overall order value.
Genius.
Plus, customers feel like they're getting a great deal.
It's a win-win.
Everyone's happy.
Okay, what about Careem's own marketing tools?
Right.
Are those worth exploring?
They can be very powerful.
Fill me in.
If you use them strategically.
Okay.
Take Careem ads, for example.
Careem ads.
They offer increased visibility on the platform.
More eyes on your restaurant.
Exactly. And they operate on a pay-per-click model.
So you only pay when someone clicks.
That's right.
Sounds pretty good.
It can be, but you need to keep a close eye on your return on investment.
ROI. Got to track that.
Are those clicks actually turning into orders?
Right. Clicks are great.
Yeah.
But we need sales.
Exactly. And are those orders profitable enough to justify the ad spend?
So it's not just about getting clicks.
No.
It's about making sure those clicks are turning into actual sales and profits.
And profits.
You got it.
Data is king.
The data is key.
You need to track those metrics.
You do.
And be ready to adjust your campaigns.
If they're not working.
If they're not delivering those results.
Exactly.
Okay, so with all this in mind,
yeah,
how does a restaurant even decide if Careem is the right platform for them?
That's a big question.
What are the key decision points?
Well, location is a major factor.
Location.
The Careem dominates certain markets.
Like where?
particularly in the Middle East and North Africa.
Oh, if you're in one of those areas, it's likely a solid choice.
Makes sense.
But in regions where they're less established,
Yeah.
you might be better off with a different platform.
Right. It's all about where your customers are.
Exactly. And speaking of customers,
Yeah.
you need to consider your customer base.
Target audience?
Are they tech savvy, always on their phones, comfortable ordering food online?
Those are the Careem users.
If so, Careem is a great way to reach them.
But if your clientele is more traditional,
Maybe not so much.
you might want to try something else.
Right. Explore other avenues.
So location, customer base.
What else?
What other factors should restaurants be thinking about?
Menu pricing plays a role.
Menu pricing? How so?
Higher priced items can better absorb those commission fees.
I see.
If your average order value is low,
Yeah,
those commissions can really eat into your profits.
that makes sense.
And finally, think about your operational capacity.
Operational capacity.
Can you handle a surge in orders if you're suddenly flooded with deliveries through Careem?
Oh, that's a good point.
Do you have the staff, the kitchen space, the systems in place to maintain quality and speed?
Under pressure.
Under pressure.
Because things can get crazy.
They can.
Okay, so let's say a restaurant decides to go for it.
They partner with Careem
What metrics should they be tracking?
to make sure it's actually working for them.
Right. We don't want to just spin our wheels.
Exactly. Average order value is key.
Average order value.
You want to see that number climbing steadily.
Higher and higher.
Encourage upselling, promote those bundles, do whatever you can to nudge those order values higher.
Okay.
That's your secret weapon against those fees.
Got it.
Customer retention is another big one.
Customer retention.
Are people coming back for more?
Repeat customers.
That's a sign you're building a loyal customer base
Through Careem.
and creating a sustainable revenue stream.
So we want to keep those customers coming back.
We do.
And of course, always keep an eye on those delivery expenses.
Delivery expense.
All those costs associated with packaging, extra labor, any marketing you're doing,
Make sure they're justified.
by the revenue you're making from deliveries.
Exactly.
So we're watching average order value,
Yeah.
customer retention, delivery expenses.
It's all connected.
What about the commission itself?
Ah, yes, the commission.
How do restaurants make sure it's not eating up all their profits?
You need to be analyzing how those commissions are impacting your profit margins.
Profit margins.
If they're taking too big a bite,
Oh.
revisit your pricing or get more strategic with your promotions.
Okay.
The goal is to find that sweet spot.
Where you're maximizing your visibility and sales
Through Careem.
without sacrificing your profitability.
Exactly. You want to grow, but you also want to be profitable.
It's all about balance.
It is.
Wow, this is a lot to think about.
There's a lot going on.
It's very strategic.
Very data-driven.
You really have to engage with the data
You do.
and the insights that Careem provides
Make the most of it.
to be successful.
To gain that competitive edge, optimize your operations, and really maximize your success in this crazy world of food delivery.
This is incredible.
It is.
We've covered so much ground, commission breakdowns, hidden costs, strategic insights.
Using those tools and data,
It's a lot.
but we're not done yet.
Oh, there's more.
There's a whole world of hidden costs still lurking beneath those seemingly straightforward fees.
Oh, no.
And the future of Careem's pricing model is full of possibilities and potential disruptions.
Okay, so we're just getting started.
We are, buckle up.
Our listeners are in for a real treat.
They are.
As we continue to unravel the complexities of Careem fees
We're going to power those restaurants.
and help them navigate this dynamic landscape with confidence.
That's right.
Stay tuned.
More to come.
All right, so we've talked about those hidden costs.
Yeah, those sneaky fees.
What can restaurants do about them?
So much you can do.
Let's start with cancellation fees.
Okay, cancellation fees.
Those can be a real pain.
Especially if you've already prepped the food
Yeah, you're out the ingredients.
and you get hit with a fee.
It doesn't seem fair.
No, a lot of restaurant owners feel the same way.
It's like you're being punished for something you didn't do.
It's one of those things that's often hidden in the fine print
Oh, I bet.
when you sign up with a platform,
And it can really add up.
especially for those businesses with tight margins.
So what's the solution?
Well, you don't have to just take it.
There are ways to fight back.
You can be proactive.
I like that.
One strategy is to delay prepping the order
Delay prepping.
until the drivers actually accepted it.
Oh, so they're on their way.
Exactly. That way you're not wasting food.
If the customer cancels.
Right. It minimizes that risk.
That's a great idea.
It's a small change, but it can make a big difference.
I can see that.
Another option is to be really clear about your cancellation policy.
Transparency.
Let customers know upfront if there are any fees,
If they cancel.
especially after a certain point,
Nobody likes surprises.
especially when it comes to money.
Speaking of unpleasant surprises,
Oh, what's that?
high demand surcharges.
Ah, yes. The dreaded surge pricing.
Why do they always happen when I'm starving?
It's like they know.
Right.
It's to incentivize drivers
To take orders during those busy times.
to brave the rush
But it can really hurt a restaurant's profits.
if it's not managed well
So how do you deal with surge pricing?
without losing your shirt.
Yeah, give me the secrets.
Flexibility is key.
Okay, I'm listening.
If you have some wiggle room,
In my operations?
think about adjusting your delivery availability during peak times.
Okay, so like what?
Maybe shorten your delivery window,
Okay.
or even consider pausing delivery altogether
During those super busy hours.
when it's just chaos.
That's a bold move.
It is.
But I can see how it would protect your margins.
You're not getting slammed with those fees.
But what about restaurants that are all about delivery?
Right.
Especially during those peak times.
They can't just shut down. In those cases, you might need to tweak your pricing.
Pricing. Okay.
Consider a slight price increase during those peak times
To cover the surcharges.
to offset that impact.
That makes sense.
It's all about finding that balance
Keeping your customers happy.
and protecting your profits.
It's a delicate dance.
It is.
But menu strategy is so important
It's crucial.
for maximizing profits on Careem.
And it's not just about pricing.
There's more.
Careem gives you a whole toolkit
A toolkit.
to boost your visibility
Oh, tell me more.
and attract more customers.
This sounds good.
It's like your secret weapon.
In the world of online food,
Exactly.
what's in this toolkit?
Your restaurant profile.
Okay. My profile.
That's your first impression.
My digital storefront.
Exactly. So made it count.
How do I do that?
High quality photos,
Of my food.
mouth-watering dishes,
Make them drool.
enticing descriptions,
So they crave my food.
clear categorizations.
So they can find what they're looking for.
It's all about creating that irresistible online experience.
I love it. What about reviews?
Customer feedback.
So important.
That's where Careem's rating and review system comes in.
Right.
Positive reviews.
Yeah, those are good.
They can really boost your reputation.
And attract new customers.
But negative reviews can hurt.
Oh, yeah, nobody wants those.
They can be tough.
How do you handle negative reviews?
Without letting them get you down.
Yeah. What's the strategy?
Even negative reviews can be opportunities
Really?
to show you care
About your customers.
and that you're willing to make things right.
It's all about customer service.
Exactly. Address those reviews professionally.
Okay.
Offer solutions when possible,
Make it right.
and use them to improve your operations.
Learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. And on the flip side,
What about the good reviews?
encourage those happy customers to leave glowing reviews.
Those are like gold.
They're little marketing ninjas,
Working hard for you.
boosting your visibility.
And your ranking.
It all helps.
So we've got the profile.
We've got the reviews.
What else can we do to level up?
Efficiency.
Efficiency. Okay.
Think of your restaurant.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Every step optimized for speed and accuracy.
From order to delivery.
Seamless. I love it. Tell me more.
It starts in the kitchen.
The heart of the operation.
Your staff needs to be trained.
For those Careem orders.
Especially during those rush hours.
When it gets crazy.
Implement systems to prioritize those orders.
Prevent delays.
And keep those customers happy.
Because nobody wants to wait for their food.
Especially when they're hungry.
Speaking of food,
What about it?
packaging.
Ah, yes, packaging.
Is that important?
It's crucial.
Tell me why.
It keeps the food fresh,
That's
secure,
cool. So it doesn't spill.
and visually appealing,
presentation matters.
even for delivery.
No soggy fries.
Nobody wants soggy fries.
Okay, but even with perfect packaging,
Yeah.
delivery times can be unpredictable.
That's where Careem's real-time tracking comes in. Oh, yeah, I love that feature.
It's a game changer.
To everyone?
Restaurants can monitor those delivery times,
Okay.
identify any bottlenecks,
Any problems?
and make adjustments to ensure those meals arrive on time.
That's so helpful.
It's like having eyes on every order.
You mentioned data earlier.
I did.
How can restaurants use data?
To improve their performance.
Careem.
Data is power.
Okay, I'm ready to be empowered.
Careem gives you access to a wealth of information.
Like what?
You can track order volume trends
To see when those peak times are,
and those slower periods.
so you can staff accordingly.
Exactly. No more being caught off guard.
By those Friday night rushes.
Exactly. You can even dive into customer demographics
Customer demographic.
to understand who's ordering your food.
Through Careem.
That way you can tailor your menu
And my marketing.
to target those specific customers.
So you're giving them what they want?
Exactly. Data gives you that insight.
Powerful.
And if you're running Careem ads or participating in promotions, you can track your ROI.
To see if it's actually working.
If your efforts are paying off.
If you're making money.
It's a constant
It's like
cycle.
analyzing and staying ahead of the game.
Data-driven success.
That's the name of the game.
By using that data,
Those insights.
restaurants can gain that competitive edge,
Optimize their operations.
maximize their success.
In this crazy world of food delivery.
This is so insightful.
Glad you're enjoying it.
We've covered so much.
Commissions,
Hidden costs,
strategic insights.
tools, data.
It's a lot to take in.
But I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
You're right, we've laid the groundwork.
But there's more to explore.
Especially when it comes to the future of Careem fees.
The future, oh yeah, things are always changing.
Get ready for the next level.
Because we're about to take this deep dive even deeper. So we've talked about those hidden costs and how to deal with them.
Right, all those sneaky fees.
But what about the future?
The future of fees. The world of food delivery is always changing.
It's so dynamic.
So what's on the horizon for Careem fees?
Good question.
And how can restaurants prepare for those changes?
Well, one possibility
Okay.
is tiered commission structures.
Tiered commission structures.
So imagine commissions that vary
Vary based on what?
based on your order volume,
Okay.
maybe your location,
Mm.
or how actively you engage with Careem's promotions.
So like different levels.
Exactly. Different tiers.
That's interesting.
It could be good for smaller restaurants,
Because they'd pay lower fees.
potentially, yeah.
But what about the bigger restaurants, those
Right.
high volume places?
They might see their rates go up a little,
Under a tiered system?
but are already benefiting from those higher order volumes.
Right. So it might even out.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance.
Makes sense. What else might we see?
Another idea is subscription-based fees.
Subscription-based fees.
Instead of a commission on every order,
Okay.
you pay a fixed monthly fee.
For unlimited deliveries.
Exactly.
That would definitely make budgeting easier.
It would be more predictable.
More stable.
Potentially, yeah, it could simplify things.
But the big question is,
What would those fees actually look like?
right, would they be affordable for everyone?
For all restaurants, big and small.
That's a lot to consider.
It is.
It feels like the future of food delivery is full of surprises.
It definitely is.
And as Careem grows,
And expands its offerings.
they're likely to see even more tools and services,
More options for restaurants,
which could be good,
right? More ways to reach customers,
but those tools might come with a price.
potentially.
So if a restaurant is using Careem's marketing tools a lot,
To boost their visibility?
they should be prepared for potential fee increases.
Down the line, it's something to keep in mind.
It's all about adapting and staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And it's not just about Careem itself.
Right, there's the whole industry to think about.
The big picture
What are some of those broader trends?
that might impact fees in the future.
I'm curious.
Well, technology is advancing so quickly.
That's crazy.
We're seeing more AI integration
Hey,
and even drone deliveries.
wow, drone deliveries. That's wild.
It is.
But those advancements could come with new fees.
Potentially, it's the price of progress.
Right, but they also create opportunities.
Absolutely. New ways to reach customers, improve efficiency.
And we can't forget about sustainability.
All right. Consumers are more eco-conscious than ever.
So if Careem introduces things like electric vehicle deliveries,
Or sustainable packaging options.
those might come with a premium.
People are willing to pay for sustainability.
It's a win-win for everyone.
For the planet and for businesses.
Exactly. But here's the good news.
What's that?
Competition in the food delivery market is fierce.
It is very competitive.
And that could actually benefit restaurants.
How so?
Well, platforms might have to lower their fees.
To attract restaurants.
But still stay competitive.
Exactly. It's a constant back and forth.
So restaurants need to stay informed.
More than ever.
Read articles, follow blogs, listen to podcasts.
Like this one.
Exactly. The more you know.
The better decisions you can make.
Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
We've covered so much today.
A lot of ground.
What are the key takeaways?
Well, we started by breaking down Careem's commission structure.
That 15% to 30% range.
But it's influenced by so many factors.
And then we talked about those hidden costs
All those sneaky fees.
and how to minimize their impact.
being proactive, strategic.
We also talked about how restaurants can use Careem's tools
On data.
to boost their visibility and attract more customers,
And how smart pricing and promotions can help.
to increase profits,
And finally, we looked ahead
at the potential changes to Careem's fees.
and the broader trends shaping the industry.
It's been a wild ride.
A true deep dive.
Hopefully our listeners are feeling empowered
Ready to make those strategic decisions.
for their businesses.
Absolutely.
And for those who want to learn even more,
Be sure to check out that guide.
the Careem Fees and Commissions for Restaurants, Detailed 2024 Guide.
It's on the Restaurant Success blog by Menuviel.
It's packed with information.
A great resource.
A huge thank you to all our listeners.
Thanks for joining us.
We hope you found this deep dive insightful.
And valuable.
Until next time,
Happy cooking.
and happy delivering